What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If you're stopping by the channel for the first time, please consider subscribing to my channel. And while you're at it, smash that like button. I really would appreciate it. Also, hit that post notification bell so that you're notified every time I upload a new video. Be careful down in the comment section of the videos. A lot of spam, a lot of scammers. I will never ask you to contact me by WhatsApp or Telegram. I also do not invest money for my subscribers, so please be careful. Don't get yourself scammed. If you want up to 12 free stocks, Webull is gonna give you up to 12 free stocks when you open a new Webull brokerage account. Put at least $100 in that brokerage account. They're gonna give you up to 12 free stocks for just trying out their brokerage app. There's a link down in the description box of the video. Click on that Webull link. Open up your new Webull account today. Go get that free stock. Go get that free money. I'm going to also send you a Webull tutorial video to walk you through how to make your first trade. All you got to do is send me a DM on Instagram at RichardFame28, and I'm going to send you that free Webull tutorial video so that you can start buying your favorite companies, your favorite ETFs to build wealth. In today's video, guys, I'm going to walk you through how to go from $1,000 and turn it into $100,000 in 1 year. How can I get myself a Rolex watch and enjoy it? And I made it. That's the status symbol. Along that journey, though, of working my butt off trying to get myself in a position to buy one, I said to myself, perhaps there is a way for me to buy these watches and turn around and resell them to make profit. So I started getting myself online and Googling how to flip luxury watches. And I came across some watch forums that were very helpful and instrumental in educating me on the different types of luxury watches. And then I was in a position where I had some knowledge, and all I needed to do at that point is take action. So I had $1,000 and I said, you know, this $1,000, I want to start buying watches online, and I want to start reselling them online to make more money so that I can invest in assets like real estate, stock market, to build my wealth. As I mentioned, I joined a couple of watch forums to start educating myself. And those watch forums was the RolexForums.com and WatchUSeek.com. I jumped into those two watch forums, joined the community, and started educating myself on luxury watches. Now, the brands that I stuck to were Omega, Breitling, Panerai, IWC, and Rolex. Those were my top brands that I would go on to make a bunch of money, man, flipping those brands, buying them at a discount, and then turning around and selling them for full retail. Here's how I did it. I took my $1,000 and I said, you know, if I lose this $1,000, it's gonna sting a little bit, but I'll be able to get up the next morning and go on with life. And that's the first thing you guys gotta figure out when you're starting this journey of flipping watches online, is you gotta figure out what your budget is. You gotta start with a budget that you can afford to lose. And for me, it was that $1,000. So I took that $1,000 and I bought a Tag Heuer, one of the sport models. I got that Tag Heuer home and I said, you know, I don't know if I'm gonna make any money on it, but I'm finna get started with this journey. And I relisted that Tag Heuer on the watch forum and I sold it. That was my first experience, guys, with flipping luxury watches. I didn't know much about it, but I knew enough to take a chance on myself. And on that first $1,000 watch, I made a whopping $100, guys. But that put a smile on my face because what? Proof of concept. It showed me that I could definitely do that. So then I said, okay, let's buy 2 watches. I bought 2 watches. Took those 2 watches and I flipped them. I made $500 on those 2 watches. I was like, whoa, this thing's starting to get real good. So then I turned around and I bought 3. I flipped those and I made $1,000 on those 3 watches. I'm like, whoa, this thing's starting to get really good now. My point is, you got to get started. And that's what I did. Didn't have a lot of knowledge, guys. You know how I learned? I learned as I went through the process. And that's what I'll tell you guys. You're going to learn as you go through the process. The second thing I had to do was figure out how I was going to buy more inventory. But I had to come up with a strategy in order to buy these watches. And for me, that strategy was my credit cards. I said, I got good credit, pay my credit cards on time. I just got to figure out how can I leverage these credit cards to buy more watches to fund my watch flipping business or side hustle. And that's what I did. I dived into my credit cards and started looking at my start date, my end date, and my due date on my statement, and uncovered that if I buy my inventory on a certain day, it's going to extend my grace period. So you got a grace period, then you have float period. And that float period and that grace period, if you combine the two, is going to be in that 50 to 55 day range. And I was like, whoa, okay. So if my credit card due date is on the 1st of every month, but my credit card start date is on the 4th, and then my credit card end date is on the 5th of the following month. If I get on my credit card on the 4th, which is the statement start date, I have all the way to the 5th of the next month as float. And then once the statement drops on the 5th of the next month, the due date is going to be on the 1st of the following month. Let me give you an example. If my statement start date is August 4th, my statement end date for that period is going to be September 5th. And then for that 30 days of activity, my due date is going to be October 1st. So that's where you get your 50 to 55 days worth of float. That's what I was banking to be able to fund the watch purchases. And that's what I used, guys. I just took my credit cards. I understood how they worked and what my float and my grace period was. And I would buy my watches on the 4th. That was my start date. And then I had 30 days to the 5th of the next month to sell them. But I also had some extension because I had from the 5th when the statement cut or dropped or ended to the following 1st of the next month in order to sell through. So all of my inventory, I would just sell through in that 50 to 55 days. Buy a watch, 2, 3, 4 watches, boom. I'd put it in inventory, sell through it, and then pay the credit card down. And I just did that, guys, for years. And that's how I funded my watch flipping side hustle. And then the third thing I had to do was determine how much money was I really trying to make every single month. See, initially I started out saying to myself, I want to make a certain amount of money every single watch I sell. And if I don't make that, I'm not going to sell the watch. I'll just wait. That was the wrong decision. I learned from that mistake. In this business, it's about moving volume, right? If someone offers you a good deal, more than what you paid for it, you take it and you just move volume to make up for that difference in per watch gross margin that you're looking for. For instance, early on, I said to myself, I want $300 per watch. I want $400 per watch. I want $500 per watch. But what I found was I was holding the inventory too long, because somebody would offer me a $250 win and I'd turn it down because I'm waiting on the $300. So I said to myself, how much you want to make? I said, I want to make $8,000 a month, because I want to be at 100K a year flipping these watches. So at least 8K per month. So that's what I started doing. I would buy my inventory, then I would look at the inventory and say, okay, how much can I make on all of this inventory if I sell through it this month? And then that's what I would set out to do. If I had to sell 5 watches or 15 watches to make my 8K a month, I was okay with that. But what it did was it took my focus off trying to make money on one individual watch, and it put my focus on the bigger picture, which is moving volumes of watches, and then just get to your profit number through volume, as opposed to trying to do them one at a time. And that helped me tremendously, guys. So number 4, I want to talk to you guys about is, where did I buy these watches from? Because that's the big question. Where do you get them from, Richard? I can't find watches for, guys, they're everywhere. For me personally, when I started, it was 100% online. I would go to sites like eBay, like Amazon, and I would buy my watches from there. I would also go to gray market retailers online, like Zombie Shop, Prestige Time, Authentic Watches. I'd go to places like that who actually had large consolidator and wholesale relationships, where they would buy Omegas, Breitlings, Panerais, IWCs, and some Rolex in bulk. I didn't have those relationships, but those online gray retailers had those relationships. So I would build a relationship with them online. Hey man, I want to buy 3 of these Omegas, but I need you to give me a nice deal on it. And I'm going to be a repeat customer. I'm going to be coming back every single month buying product from you. And when you go to them like that, guys, they will sell at below retail for you. Their goal is to do what? Make money. Their goal is not just to hold on to watches. They want to make money. So that's what I would do. I'd go to those online gray retailers with that strategy, and it worked. Plus, I'd go on eBay. Millions and millions and millions and millions of people every day, guys, go to eBay to sell stuff. Luxury watches is one of them. I bought $700,000-$800,000 worth of watches on eBay alone. Now, fast forward to 2023, eBay is even more improved when it comes to authentication of the watch, because that is a big problem. How do I know the watch is real, 100% authentic? Well, you ain't got to worry about that no more if you buy on eBay, because they're going to take that watch through a 100% authentication process before your money even goes to the seller. Back in the day when I started, they didn't offer that. I had to do that on my own. The way I got around it was, in my local area I live, I found me a master watchmaker who was familiar with all those brands I mentioned. And I would take the watches in if I had any question. I'd take them in as soon as I get it, because see, long as you identify a problem within a certain window when you're buying on eBay, you can always file a claim. Back in the day, you could. When I was doing it, when they didn't have the authentication process. So that's what I would do. I'd get the watch home, run it down to my watchmaker. He charged me $100. He'd give it the once over, give it the green light, and then I was good to go. All I'm telling you is there is no excuse. Go on eBay. Spend some time. Let me tell you what my strategy was and how I did it back in the day. I'd come home from work every day, Monday through Friday. I'd eat dinner, and then I'd take 2 hours to get online in order to source my watches. And I'd spend 2 hours every day on eBay, online, trying to find luxury watches. And that's how I bought 90% of my watches, guys, in the beginning, just online. So don't be afraid to go online. Don't be afraid to build some relationships. Don't be afraid to take some chances. Fifth question, what people ask is, where do you resell them? Remember I talked about those watch forums early on in the video? Inside those watch forums, they have a forum called the Sales Corner or the Sales Forum, where people can sell luxury watches. People can buy them, members. And that's what I did. Every day I started listing on each one of those forums. And at the height of it, guys, I was probably members in about 10 watch forums. But the two big boys, like I mentioned, was RolexForums.com and WatchUseek.com. So I'd go online and buy my watches from eBay or from gray market retailers in the beginning. And then I turn around and go sell them on the watch forum. It was perfect. So eBay and gray market retailers online was my wholesalers. And then I'd go to the watch forums, and that was my retail clients. So I'd buy them wholesale online, sell them retail online. And that's where I made a bunch of money, making $10,000 a month, guys. Side hustle money. All I'm telling you, if you want to make some money and you don't have a lot of money to start with, but you got decent credit, or you got credit card limits that are decent, where you can buy your inventory using those credit cards, use that float and that grace period, 50, 55 days, sell through that inventory. Now you got to sell through it. If you ain't got cash reserves or some cushion to lean on, you're going to have to sell through it. Me, I didn't have no cash reserve and no cushion, so I had to sell through it. Which I did. So that's my 5-step process that I just took you guys through. Now, guys, I got a company called Financial Consulting. You can pay for a 1-hour financial session with me, and I will walk you through this process step by step. I can't guarantee you anything, guys. Nobody guaranteed me nothing. So I don't want to see no emails or nothing about, oh, can you guarantee? I can't guarantee you nothing. Ain't nothing in this life guaranteed. But what I can provide you with is some insight, right? Some consulting from a guy who's been doing this for over 15 years. And I've made, I don't even know how much money I've made, man. But like I was telling you guys, I was making $10,000 a month, bro. Flipping watches. And I was taking that $10,000, and guess what I was doing with it? Storing it to the side, and then I was putting it in real estate so that I can continue to build my wealth. I was taking that money and putting it to the side and putting it in the stock market so that I can continue to build my wealth. I wasn't taking that money and just buying crazy stuff that wasn't building my wealth. No, I had a reason for doing what I was doing, but I was good at it. I enjoyed it. So if you want me to help you with that, again, there's a link down in the description box of the video with my email address. Hit that email address, man. Send me an email, set up a financial session, and we can walk through this luxury watch sales scenario that I just took you through in these last 20 minutes or so in this video. Guys, it's a very lucrative way to make side hustle money and get yourself in a position where you can change some things in your financial life. But you got to want to do it. It's not overnight. It didn't take, I didn't do it overnight. It took me a minute. But once I did it, boom, it's like second nature. And right now, to this day, I can go online. I can buy 10 watches, luxury watches from all different brands. And I guarantee you there's a market out there to flip them. It just is, man. I don't care about no recession, this and that. Hey, man, there are people out there that are recession proof. Trust me. Trust me, they are. So don't let that bother you. Oh, the recession. Oh, I don't want. Listen, man, if you can get up $1,000, matter of fact, you can get up any amount of money you want because there are watches from every limit, right? But I suggest you get yourself $1,000, and then that's what you start with. And then just dive into it. You don't got to know everything. Like I said, I'll be a resource for you, but I'm not going to be a resource for free because I run a business too. And this is part of my business. So if you want me as a resource, yes, it's an investment in yourself, not in me, because I'm already at my financial freedom. So it's an investment in you But if you want my help, my time has a price associated with it. Drop me some comments down in the comment box and let me know what you guys think about $10,000 a month flipping watches as a side hustle. Over 100K a year, man. And I did that for a lot of years, guys. Let me know what you think about that. If you want them 12 free stocks from Webull, you got to click on that link down in the description box. Open up that new Webull account today. Go get that free stock. Go get that free money. If you're stopping by the channel for the first time, please consider subscribing. Share the video and smash that like button. Thoughts become things. If you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hands. You guys keep chasing your greatness. Never stop believing in yourself. And I'm going to catch you on the next video. Peace. Today's video is sponsored by my company, RF Financial Consulting. And in my company, I work with individuals just like you through financial mentoring and coaching sessions. And in those 1-hour sessions, we talk about strategies to help you get to your financial freedom, whether it be through real estate investing, stock market investing, creating additional streams of income, credit card arbitrage, or starting and growing a business. If that's something that you might be interested in, there's an email address in the description box of the video. Send me an email and let's discuss if I'm the right fit for you.